오늘은 누구 이야기를 들어볼까요?
So today we have a clip sent to us from Janelle from the USA.
네, 미국에 살고 있는 제넬 씨의 이야기를 들어볼 텐데요. 어떤 선생님을 기억하고 있는지 한번 바로 불러보겠습니다.
Janelle 씨,
나와주세요.
One teacher that I really liked and respected was my theater teacher in high school. I hadn't done too much performing other than dance, and so on a whim, I tried out for the school musical in my junior year. And from there on, I just really loved it. And part of that was having a really good teacher. He was very experienced and knowledgeable. He was a little odd. But he also treated us like people and not kids. And I think that's important, especially at the high school age, when you don't feel like a kid and you don't feel like an adult. To have somebody treat you like that, like you're somebody who is actually smart and important, is a good feeling.
Oh, wow.
That's
so she's
right.
a theater person.
Yes, and I absolutely agree that it is important to have someone treat you like an adult. Yes.
Yeah, especially in those awkward teen years.
네,
Yeah.
맞아요. 고등학교 때 그냥 너무 아이 취급을 하거나 그러면 좀 반항심이 생길 수 있잖아요.
Yeah, you get like frustrated. You're like, I'm not a kid,
맞아요.
you know,
저도
right?
항상 그 생각 가지고 고등학교 시절에 생활했던 것 같아요. I'm not a kid anymore.
Right?
네, 특히 사춘기 때 그랬었는데 자 그러면 한 줄 한 줄 어떤 이야기를 했는지 같이 공부해 볼까요?
Okay, so the very first thing she said is, one teacher that I really liked and respected. One teacher that I really liked and respected.
제가 정말 좋아했고 존경했던 선생님 한 분은 이라고 하면서 누구인지를 소개를 해줄 텐데 One teacher that I really liked and respected. 여러분 이렇게 동사 두 개를 나란히 쓰는 것이 좀 익숙하게 좀 편안하게 나오는지 연습을 해보시면 좋겠죠. That I really liked, respected, and adored. 뭐 세 번째 동사도 쓸 수 있겠고요. 연습 많이
You
필요합니다.
can use as many as you want.
That's right. As many as you want. 여러분 원하는 만큼 많이 써도 괜찮죠. 네.
Okay, and what teacher did she really respect? Well, she tells us in the next sentence, but first we have to listen to the clip.
Was my theater teacher in high school. Was my theater teacher in high school.
Okay, that was
Okay.
short, but not so easy.
Right? So let me go over what she said. Let's take a look at the sentence. Okay. Was my theater teacher in high school?
I see.
Yeah.
첫 번째로 이제 high school이라고 할 때 우리가 고등학교를 high school 네 음절로 생각을
Right.
한다면 가끔씩은 잘 안 들릴 수 있는 게 굉장히 빨라요. high school.
High school.
High school.
Just two. High school.
네, high
Yeah.
school. 이 부분도 짧긴 짧았지만 앞에서 어떤 선생님이라고 했죠?
Theater teacher. Theater.
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 theater도요 사실은 외래어로 시어터 이렇게 생각을 하면 뭐 홈시어터를 구축한다 이렇게 말을 할 때 시어터 3음절인 것처럼 이야기가 되지만 사실 영어에서는 그냥 두 개로 나뉘어지죠.
Theater. Yeah.
네,
Just two.
theater.
Theater.
네, 게다가 the 그 다음에 를 또는 the 터 사이에 어를 강하게 발음하지 않는 사람이 많아요.
Right. Theater.
네.
It's kind of similar to that name. Theodore.
Theodore.
The name. Yeah.
Like Theo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Theodore. 근데 theater라고 발음할 때 그냥 theater라고 들리는 경우 많으니까 주의하셔야겠죠. Theater.
Theater.
이 부분 다시 확인하시겠습니다.
Was my theater teacher in high school. Was my theater teacher in high school.
theater라고 하면은 이제 연극을 말하는 거고요. 또는 무대 공연을 일반적으로 말을 하는 건데 다음 문장 보겠습니다.
Okay. She said, I hadn't done too much performing other than dance. I hadn't done too much performing other than dance.
네, 춤 공연 말고는 많이 공연을 해본 적이 없었는데 라고 이야기를 하고 있고 I hadn't done이라고 하는 이유는 이제 과거에서 그보다 더 과거를 말하고 있기 때문이죠. I haven't라면 지금 기준이겠죠.
Right. But since she's talking about the past, I hadn't at
That's
that time.
Yeah.
I had not.
And she hadn't done too much. Too much와 not가 함께 쓰였어요.
Right. So in this case, she has done some, but she's only done a little, basically.
아하.
Yeah.
그러면 둘 중에 차이가 있나요? So is there a difference? Is there any difference between she hadn't done very much and she hadn't done too much?
Kind of, but it's very, very small.
Yeah.
I would say hadn't done very much feels like you've done a little bit less than too much. But other than that, they're the same.
그렇지만 거의 차이가 없다는 말은 만약에 too much가 떠오르지 않으면 if you can't think of I hadn't done too much, you can say I hadn't done very much.
Very much, yeah.
둘 다 똑같은 의미로 쓸 수가 있겠고요. 그래서 other than dance, dance 말고는 besides, right?
Right. So basically, she's only done a little bit of dance.
Exactly. 그렇죠.
That's all you need to know. She only did a
네.
little dance.
네, 공연 면에서는 춤 공연 해본 거 조금 해본 거 말고는 많이 해본 적이 없었었는데 and
And so, on a whim, I tried out for the school musical in my junior year. And so, on a whim, I tried out for the school musical in my junior year.
네, 여기에도 좋은 표현들이 많이 나오고 있어요.
Yeah.
So, on a whim.
On a whim.
네,
It just means without any planning.
그렇죠.
You just said, I'm going to do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Usually at the last minute.
At the last minute, right. But you didn't plan to do it. You hadn't been thinking about it.
맞아요.
Yeah.
그냥 길을 가다가 on a whim, I decided to just walk into this bakery
Yeah.
and ask them to hire you.
Right. You didn't want bread
네.
or you didn't want to work at a bakery,
네.
but you needed a job. You saw it. You said, oh, I'll try that.
네. 그래서 충동적으로 하는 것을 on a whim이라고 하는데요. whim이라는 말 자체가 거의 이렇게만 쓰이죠. This is
Yeah.
probably the only usage that you
For
use.
whim, yeah. I've never heard it in any other way.
Yeah, like yeah, usually it's just like this.
On a whim.
충동적으로라는 말이고요. 뭐 impulsively라고 말을 하는 경우도 있겠지만 너무 어렵고 딱딱한 단어라서 구어체로는 그냥 on a whim.
On a whim?
On a whim, I bought a box of chocolate. On a whim, I bought a new phone.
Camera.
A camera, something like that.
Yeah.
On a whim. You should never buy anything on a whim.
Oh,
have to always
shouldn't.
plan-
You
yeah.
shouldn't. But you can definitely travel on a whim.
아,
If you just come across some tickets that are really cheap, maybe it's a place you didn't think you would go. So it's like, oh, I'm going to this place.
네.
I just went on a whim.
네. 그래서 여행도 마찬가지로 그 아주 싼 값에 나오는 티켓들이
Yeah.
있잖아요. 그거
Yeah.
보다가 이거 결제 한
Yeah.
다음에 on a whim 떠나는 것도 이렇게 묘사할 수 있습니다. I tried out for the school musical. 이 부분이 오늘의 핵심 문장하고 겹쳐 있는데 try out for 다시 한번 소개해드리자면 시도해보는 것이 아니고 지원한 거죠.
Right.
You
So
apply.
you're kind of taking a test to see if you can get in. You're applying,
That's right. So they are the ones who are trying you.
Yeah, they're trying you to see if you fit for the team or if
네.
your skills are good enough.
학교 뮤지컬에 지원을 해봤는데 언제냐면 3학년 때고 그러면 이런 뮤지컬 문화도 그 미국에서는 좀 흔한가요?
Yeah, actually, every school has a theater department, like from middle to high school.
I see.
And you can try out to be in plays, and after school, we do rehearsals, or you can take the class.
그렇군요.
Yeah.
저는 뭐 남자 중학교, 남자 고등학교를 나와서 그런지 그런 건 한 번도 본 적이 없었고 네, 경험해 본 적도 없었는데 I guess it's interesting because it's common in
It's
the
very
US.
common.
다음 문장.
And from there on, I just really loved it. And from there on, I just really loved it.
네, 그리고 그 후로 I just really loved it. 정말 즐기게 됐어요. 그 공연하는 문화, theater 자체를
Yeah.
즐기게 됐다는 말인데요. She said from there on.
From there on.
In this case, there is not a place.
Right, it's not a place. She just means at that point.
그렇죠.
From that point in time on.
맞아요. 그래서 from 물론 이렇게 from that point in time on이라고 말을 하진 않겠지만
Right.
from there on이라고 하면 in other words there are other expressions such as from
Since then.
since then 그때부터
Yeah.
또는 from that point
Yeah.
이렇게 말할 수도 있겠고요. 그래서 자주 쓰는 표현들 몇 가지 있습니다. From there 그때부터 on이라는 말은 쭉 이어지는 것을 말하죠. From now on이라고 하기도 하잖아요.
Yeah.
이제부터
Yeah.
from now on. 그래서 정말 즐기게 됐어요. And
And part of that was having a really good teacher. And part of that was having a really good teacher.
여기서는 이렇게 말했어요. 그, part of that was having a really good teacher. 그 이유 중 일부는 정말 좋은 선생님이 있었다는 것이에요라고 했는데 you could also say part of that was because.
Yeah, part of that was because I had a really good teacher. That also works as well.
네, 사실은 조금 더 논리적으로 따지자면 part of that was because 아니면 part of the reason
Reason was
that.
that, or part of the reason was because.
네, 여러 가지로 그 좀 바꿔서 표현할 수 있겠고요. 여기서는 근데 좀 간단하게 표현을 했습니다. And what was he like?
He was very experienced and knowledgeable. He was very experienced and knowledgeable.
선생님이 experienced, 경험이 있는데 very experienced니까 경험이 아주 많은 거죠. And knowledgeable, 박식하셨다고 하네요.
Right.
오케이.
Okay. And she says something else. He was a little odd. He was a little odd.
네. 조금은 특이하셨다고 하면서 이제 자체가 it was a little odd 이렇게
little
좀
odd, yeah.
부정적으로 말을 한다기보다는 그냥 웃으면서 말하는 거죠.
Yeah. Usually it's something like silly about the person or another word you can say for odd, sometimes quirky.
Quirky.
Quirky, right?
좀 특이한 거죠. I think everybody is a little odd in some way, I guess.
I'm a little odd, but you are very odd.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm a little odd, but you are very odd.
I would say I'm more odd than you are. You're right.
맞아요. 네, 인정하시는군요.
Yeah,
네.
인정.
네, 그래서 조금은 특이하다. A little odd, very odd, a little odd. 여러분은 어떤가요? He was a little odd. 조금은 특이하신 부분이 있었는데, but
But he also treated us like people and not kids. But he also treated us like people and not kids.
그렇지만 우리를 애들이 아니라 사람으로 대해주셨어요. Of course, kids are people too, but
Of course.
you know what she means.
Right. In this case, when we say people, we mean like adults.
Yeah.
Because sometimes children, I feel like they're not treated like people. Like
맞아요.
sometimes
네.
you just tell them, you do this, you do that. You don't give them a choice.
That's
so
right.
I kind of understand.
We sometimes treat kids as if they didn't have any opinions.
Opinions,
네,
right.
그런 이야기를 하고 있는 거고요. 다음으로 넘어가 볼 텐데요. 다음 부분도 한번 듣고 먼저 여러분 잘 이해하시는지 확인해 보겠습니다.
And I think that's important, especially at the high school age. And I think that's important, especially at the high school age.
네.
Okay, so let me just go over with you what she said.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the sentence. Okay, she said, and I think that's important, especially at the high school age.
네. 저는 그게 중요한 것 같아요. Especially at the high school age. 특히 고등학교 나이 때는요 라고 했는데 이런 경우도 재밌어요. 사실은 문장은 어렵지 않아요. 특히 고등학교 나이 때는 그게 중요한 것 같아요. 그런데 그냥 눈을 감고 소리만 들으면 at the가 안 들려요. 거의 안 들려요.
Especially at high school age.
네.
Oh, that's true.
at high school age라고 밖에 안 들리는데 화면을 보시면 제넬 씨가 이야기할 때 at
You
the
can see that at the high school
네,
age.
혀가 나오는 게 보여요. 그래서 the가 있겠구나.
Right,
할
at
수
the
있는
high school age.
네,
The high school age.
at the high school age.
At the high school age.
네, the가 없다면 at 이렇게 될 이유가 없거든요. at high school age 이렇게 되는 건데요.
Yeah.
네, 그래서 사실은 잘 안 들리는 거를 문맥으로 보충할 수도 있고 아니면
Right.
문법상 여기에 들어갔을 거야라고 보충할 수도 있는데 이렇게 그 사람의 입 모양을 보고 보충하는 경우도 종종 있으니까
Right.
한번 여기서도 여러분 잘 들리는지 두 번 더 보여드릴게요. 확인해 보시죠.
And I think that's important, especially at the high school age. And I think that's important, especially at the high school age.
So, how do high schoolers feel? They feel like this in the next sentence. When you don't feel like a kid and you don't feel like an adult. When you don't feel like a kid and you don't feel like an adult.
앞문장하고 연결이 되어 있는 거죠. At the high school age, when 어떤 시기인가 하면 you don't feel like a kid, 아이라고 느끼지도 않는데 and you don't feel like an adult. 성인이라고 느껴지지 않는 거죠. 약간
Right.
중간에 끼어 있는 느낌이 든다라는 거를 이렇게 묘사를 했습니다.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
To have somebody treat you like that. To have somebody treat you like that.
To have, 뭐뭐 하기 위해서라고 표현할 수도 있지만 그것이 아니고 여기서는 그냥 명사 형태, 가진다는 것, 뭐뭐 한다는 것. To have someone, 그냥 having이라고 해도 똑같아요.
Yeah.
Having somebody treat you like that, 누군가가 자신을 그렇게 대우해 준다는 것은, okay?
Like you're somebody who is actually smart and important is a good feeling. Like you're somebody who is actually smart and important is a good feeling.
네, like 뭐뭐인 것처럼 you are somebody who is actually smart and important. 실제로 똑똑하고 중요한 사람인 것처럼 대우해 준다는 것은 is a good feeling, 좋은 기분이다. 즉 기분 좋은 일이다라는 거죠.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
sure.
yeah, I think that sentence was very clear, and that concludes the story by Janelle about her favorite teacher.
Okay, so let's take a look at it 2 more times before we move on. The first time with English subtitles, the second time without. I hope you guys listen well. Let's watch.
One teacher that I really liked and respected was my theater teacher in high school. I hadn't done too much performing other than dance, and so on a whim, I tried out for the school musical in my junior year. And from there on, I just really loved it. And part of that was having a really good teacher. He was very experienced and knowledgeable. He was a little odd, but he also treated us like people and not kids. And I think that's important, especially at the high school age, when you don't feel like a kid and you don't feel like an adult. To have somebody treat you like that, like you're somebody who is actually smart and important, is a good feeling. One teacher that I really liked and respected was my theater teacher in high school. I hadn't done too much performing other than dance, and so on a whim, I tried out for the school musical in my junior year. And from there on, I just really loved it. And part of that was having a really good teacher. He was very experienced and knowledgeable. He was a little odd, but he also treated us like people and not kids. And I think that's important, especially at the high school age, when you don't feel like a kid and you don't feel like an adult. To have somebody treat you like that, like you're somebody who is actually smart and important, is a good feeling.
네, 자넬 씨의 이야기를 들어봤습니다. 이번에 또 재밌는 표현들 준비했죠?
Yes, it's time for Street
Smart.
Smarts.